Greetings to all Jamaicans at home and abroad. You're now tuning into Talk Sense Media, your voice of reason in the noise. We bring you the news that matters, straight talk, clear facts, and honest commentary. Whether it's headlines or street level happenings, if it affects Jamaicans, we are here to talk about it and also to make sense of it. Let's get into today's story. A Jamaican man's long battle to avoid deportation has come to an end, and that's after the US Supreme Court ruled against him in a close 5-4 decision. Pierre Riley came to America on a 6-month visa more than 30 years ago, but after being convicted on drug-related charges, he served time in prison and became the target of a deportation order. Riley argued back then that going back to Jamaica would put his life at risk. He claimed that a known drug kingpin who had already killed 2 of his cousins was likely to come after him next. So, using what's called the Convention Against Torture Protection, he tried to stop the US government from sending him home. An immigration judge initially agreed, noting that he could be deported, but just not to Jamaica. But that ruling was eventually overturned. Riley then appealed to the federal court, but that's where things got a little bit tricky because he filed his challenge over a year after the first deportation order. And according to the US law, migrants only have 30 days to appeal once that final order is issued. So the court said that their hands were tied. The Supreme Court also agreed, and 5 justices upheld the 30-day deadline. Only 4, including Justice Sotomayor, dissented. She called the decision illogical and unjust, saying Riley was expected to appeal before the decision he was challenging even existed. So let me see if I can break it down simple so that you understand what's going on. So Riley got his first deportation order, meaning this start the 30-day clock to file an appeal. But he challenges that order and win a temporary protection from being deported to Jamaica. So for that time, he was not being deported to anywhere at all. However, months later, that protective ruling gets overturned by the Board of Immigration Appeals, meaning he can now be deported to Jamaica once again. And now he wants to appeal that decision to a higher court, but the judges tell him, sorry, your 30-day to appeal started way back when you first got the deportation order, not now. So that's the dilemma that he found himself in, and hence he can be deported at any time now. This ruling is now seen as a major win for the US immigration authorities and is a stark reminder that delays in the system can come with harsh consequences. This is Talk Sense Media, your voice of reason in the noise.